Cool. So whoever's going to be watching this in the future, I've got Alexei right here, good client of ours. I know that you've been popping off in the community with the Terminator Loom. You're closing big deals, big retainers.
Yeah, yeah,
Um, so yeah, man, do you want to just introduce yourself first, like kind of what you do, and we'll take
yeah,
it.
yeah, yeah. So my name's Alexei De La Cuesta. I'm one of the co-founders at Sergo Studios, and Sergo Studios is essentially a content creation agency, not to mistaken from short-form content agencies where people just edit. We actually do the full ideating, the scripts for our clients. We actually fly out to clients to film if they want to opt in for that, but we remote direct them on how to deliver the content, and then we edit and we post. And now we're kind of looking into how we can actually help them monetize that content, and I'll talk about that a little later. But that's pretty much essentially what we do. There's me and my other partner Brian, who's also the co-founder of the company.
Mm-hmm. Awesome, man. And how would you say, like, where were you at when you joined us? What did it look like at the start? Because you were doing pretty well at that point. You were like
Yeah, yeah,
30K,
yeah.
something like that.
No, we're sitting at like around 10, 15K a month. A lot of our clients were referrals. We had no idea what the we had no clue what the client acquisition realm was. We hired some guy to do LinkedIn outreach for us, but didn't really pan out too well. But yeah, when we before the program, we were at sitting between 10, 15K, the occasional 20K months.
Mm-hmm.
But a lot of our clients were just completely referral. We didn't know how to do any of the client acquisition or how to do outreach or any of that. But that's where we were at before joining EasyGrow.
Mm. So
Mhm.
if I remember right, like the main pain point it was that like unpredictability, right? Through referral. You
Yes.
guys wanted to scale, you wanted to have that process in place.
Yeah.
And just before we get on to, kind of what life looks like now, tell me a little bit more about like what happened with the LinkedIn because I get people on the call that had some previous experiences and stuff like that, with agencies or setters or something.
Yeah. Yeah. So I know like Charlie talks about it a lot with when he did with Northflow, where a lot of people just got burned by agencies. And so that was kind of like our situation where it was great for the first month. We got a lot of booked appointments, but then as time goes on, we were getting less and less and less, and we were paying close to I think 5K a month for the service, and we were getting less than like 10 appointments per month, and they weren't the best, qualified appointments, but um, yeah, we were paying like a lot per month, and it just kept adding up the bill, and then we eventually needed to stop and look for a different solution.
Hmm. And how did you come across Charlie at that point?
Yeah, just content, YouTube. I've been ever since we started the LinkedIn outreach. I wanted to my main vision was to take it in-house. And so as we were doing that, I was learning more about appointment setting, search some stuff on YouTube, came across Charlie, and Charlie was just straight up just giving value, right? So he was a lot different than other, I guess, entrepreneurs in the space because a lot of entrepreneurs they don't give as much value as Charlie does. He creates some pretty amazing videos, despite like the production quality. The stuff he was putting out was amazing, straight to the point. And so the more I watched his content, he was essentially nurturing me, right? And then I joined his Facebook community, and then I think Will kind of DM'd me, and then essentially inbound sended me into a call, and that's kind of like how we got started, really.
That's beautiful, man. And we all love
Yeah.
Charlie. We all owe him a lot.
Yeah, 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 yeah. No, for sure.
Um, and you're at time 15K. Where are you at now with the business?
Yeah. So we actually, so after going through Charlie's program, we scaled up to 30, 40K a month. 30 to 40K a month, and then right now we are launching a new product. We want to focus on a new product, and right now we just literally we launched it, or we started selling it this month and a little bit last month, but we're at 15K a month right now, and looking to see maybe 20K in December because we have a bunch of people in the pipeline right now for this new offer. So really excited for that. But at its peak, it was 30, 40K. And then we kind of switched models.
That's awesome, man. And like, if you were to, oh, first I'll ask you this: like, what do you think you got the most value from within the program?
Honestly, the coaching calls helped a lot. And the infrastructure for email marketing or like the Terminator Looms was a huge eye opener for us. That's kind of like our main acquisition channel right now. And the coaching calls with Oscar. Oscar's a brilliant guy. I've asked so many questions at the start for the Terminator looms, and he's been such a great help. Giving me a lot of insights and perspective, and also the community too. The community is amazing. Always posting my wins there,
Mhm.
and love kind of hearing like other people's solutions or problems as well. But really, it's the coaching calls, and yeah, the coaching calls really helped a lot.
That's awesome, man. And shout out to Oscar. I don't know, or you probably know.
Yeah, I know.
He
Yeah,
he
shout out to
he
Oscar.
runs our Terminator Loom system. He does the coaching, and he has a full calendar of sales calls every single day.
That's
That
crazy.
man is a weapon, you know?
That's crazy. I didn't know he was a sales rep too, but
Yeah, man.
that's amazing.
I
That's
love him.
amazing. Yeah.
Cool. So, if you were to like look back in hindsight, what do
Mhm.
you think you might have done differently going through the program now that you know now that you know
Yeah.
what you know now, if that makes sense?
Yeah, honestly, looking back at it, I should have honestly started way sooner because there was like a month where we kind of put it off, focusing on other things. And then when we got into it the second month, that's when we were like, holy, can I swear?
Hmm.
Can I swear? Can I cuss?
Fuck it, why not?
Okay, I was like, holy shit, there's so much value here. I wish we started this earlier and we could have made even more, like have a bigger month, or more bigger months. But I wish I started this earlier. That was kind of like the hindsight. It was our fault for not starting earlier, but looking back at it, I wish we kind of just dove right into it.
Mm.
But it was amazing when we finally got into it.
That's good to know.
Yeah.
I've heard some people as well saying that like they were a little bit like they reserved their efforts at the start. They've been burnt
Yeah.
in the past. They would do it nice and slow, and then as soon as it starts happening, they're like, "Ooh, holy
Yeah.
mother, we're off!" Right?
Well, the first week I implemented the system, like we were getting more calls in a week than with the other agency. Um, and that's when we're like, holy crap, okay, this is amazing. Let's just try and scale this, and then we're just gonna let go of the other agency because we're essentially taking it in house now, right?
Uh-huh.
Started hiring VAs immediately, and then we just kind of let it run on autopilot really right now.
Do you remember how many appointments you booked in that first week right now?
Oh man, first week, I'm trying to remember. I think it was like the first week is around like 10, and we were sending only like 50 emails a day. So it wasn't even a lot.
Seriously?
Yeah, it was crazy. It was crazy. Yeah, it was crazy. And then the second month we started scaling it to 100 emails, and we booked around like just north of 40 appointments. So we had like over like a 2% booking rate, which was insane. And then yeah, it's been crazy.
Man, I'm
It's like
underselling. I'm
yeah,
underselling.
it's such a predictable, like I know for a fact that we're going to be getting booked appointments with the Terminator looms, and then like just recently been experimenting how to combine AI with Terminator looms, and so that's been like we got our cost down so much this month from that system, and yeah.
It's beautiful, man.
Yeah.
What would you say to somebody that um maybe they're thinking of joining, right? Like they're on the fence. Maybe they have
Yeah.
like some of the concerns that people have is either maybe they want just somebody to do it all for them. They don't want to bring it in.
Right. Right.
They've had
Right.
experiences with programs. Like, what would you say to those people, man? It's a very loaded question. I
Yeah. No. No. Well, I was gonna say because I know like a lot of people get burned by marketing agencies all the time, and there seems to be kind of like a bad, not bad, but there's like a yeah bad rep in the agency space lately because of people putting out programs and all this stuff. Right? People always think there's always a guru, but honestly, these programs help a lot because you can watch YouTube videos, you can watch all this stuff for free, but most of the time, as you probably know, people don't actually implement. And so when you put a price to it and you actually pay for a really awesome product, it kind of forces you to actually do the work, right? And so if anyone there who's kind of debating on whether or not they should invest into this program or EasyGrow, I say just fucking do it, man. Like, I mean, yeah, just fucking do it. I just remember when we first had the call with you, Vince. Um, Me and the guys were just kind of like debating on it, but I was like, guys, let's just fucking do it. Like, what else are we gonna do? We're just gonna be stuck in the same situation for month after month, trying to figure it out ourselves. Let's just take a shortcut. Let's invest in the business, and actually like go through with it, right? Instead of just waiting, watching a couple of YouTube videos on how to do it, right? Because there's no like how do I say it? I know Charlie mentions in the modules, but your I guess your emotional connection or your emotional effort you put into actually implementing things isn't there when it's free. So, it's kind of it helped us like push ourselves into, actually implementing the systems. Oh, snap, sorry. Just I don't know why the lights turned off, but
That's
yeah.
cool.
If
Man.
that makes sense. Does that make sense?
Perfect sense, man. Perfect sense. And
Yeah.
you heard it here first, right? I'm gonna clip this and I'll just have it on the soundboard. Just Alexei says, just fucking do it.
Yeah, just fucking do it, man. Honestly. It's like one of the best, it's like literally the best investment we've made
Yeah.
so far in our business, right?
Also, looking back, I don't know if we should be swearing here, so maybe I'll get Kian, our creative editor, just to beep beep. It's
That's
chill,
funny.
man. It's how we like to do things, right? Like keep it organic, just like Charlie's videos. His
Mhm.
first one was just sat on top of a hill talking about cold calling or something like that.
Yeah, yeah.
And man, what are the next steps for you guys now going into 2024?
Yeah, 2024, we're releasing a new offer. Our old offer, what we did before, there's a lot of moving pieces because we have to manage a bunch of different people. We're kind of moving into a more kind of like a consulting side where we're gonna be placing video editors in people's businesses and only focus on helping them create the content and then monetizing the content. And so, yeah, we're essentially gonna help clients build their content creation infrastructure so they can kind of just run it in-house forever without paying us a retainer, but obviously charge up front for it. And then help them come up with their content and how to go viral. And then also we want to start launching our own content. I mean, for like 2 years, we've been blowing up so many people in the space that we kind of neglected ourselves, right? So it's kind of like the saying, the plumbers have leaky pipes in his house. That's
Yeah,
kind of like us, where we've been helping people put out content, but we haven't really put out our own content. And so that's something in 2024 where I really want to start YouTube because I've seen it with Charlie. He's been killing it on YouTube and a bunch of other people. I think we're living in a attention based economy now, where organic traffic is kind of one of the best ways of getting new clients and building that audience. So that's kind of where we're going in 2024.
that's awesome, man. Have you got a revenue goal in mind? Something you want to hit?
Oh man, I want to go big or go home. We're aiming to do. I know, like with our monthly revenue, it doesn't reflect on our goal, but our goal we want to hit 7 figures, man. Like we have so many trips lined up to meet. We're going to Miami for a month. We just went to Toronto. We just been in Toronto for a month. But yeah, we want to hit at least 7 figures this month. We have so many things lined up for 2024, like trips and all that. So it's a big goal, but I really think we could definitely hit it.
For sure, man. And if it's not
Yeah.
scary, then it's not big enough, right? So
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
I love that, man. Dude, it's been really good to have this catch up, to have this conversation. I
Yeah,
hope
for
that
sure.
this is going to help a lot of people, right? Like if they're on the fence, because
Mhm.
like naturally, man, coming into this, like you have your anxieties, like you've had previous experiences, like
Yeah.
have a guy on LinkedIn sending you messages, it's not working, and then you're going to join this program where we're going to show you how to do LinkedIn messages as a part of it. Like
Yeah, exactly.
a bit
Exactly.
confused, right? But it's worth it. And so again, I hope this helps a lot of people. I'm sure it will. And man, if somebody was to want to connect with you, right? Maybe they just
Yeah.
gone down our funnel and like we can't actually help them. How would they get in contact?
Yeah, so that you can reach out to me on Instagram at Alexi De La Cuesta, AlexeiDelaCuesta. You can kind of send me a DM there. I have a bunch of content you can kind of watch, and I have some awesome resources that you can use to how to go viral yourself. So yeah, you can reach out to me there.
Let's go, man. Dude, it's been an absolute pleasure. Thank you so much
Yeah,
for taking the time to do this. And
yeah,
I'm
for
gonna keep
sure.
posted in that win section because I know it's always popping off with your name in there.
Yeah, yeah, no, I'll definitely be posting some wins this summer. We have so many people in the pipeline, so you can expect some wins this maybe even today if someone makes a payment today. But
Let's
looking
go, man.
forward to it.
And as Charlie always says, it's not closed until the fat lady sings, you know?
Exactly, exactly,
All right,
exactly.
man. Dude, thank you so much. It's been a
Yeah,
pleasure. Go crush it, and I'll keep posted, okay?
thanks.
Cheers,
Peace.
man.
Take care.